$710 worth of blind buys. Doc might be cooked. From the Dolce Gabbana Private line, we've got Velvet Vetiver and Velvet Black Patchouli. The Dolce Gabbana Private line is one of the more underrated private lines out there. I've only got my nose on a few of them, but they were absolutely beautiful, and I'm talking about Velvet Blue Musk and Velvet Zafferano. I haven't smelled either one of these before, but sometimes you gotta roll the dice. And we're gonna start with Velvet Vetiver. Because for me, vetiver is a note that I'm not exactly in love with. Sometimes I like it and sometimes I can't stand it. It's just one of those notes that depends on how it blends with everything else. Sometimes it's for me and sometimes it's definitely not for me. As you would expect with the private line fragrance, the presentation is pretty nice. Bottle's really solid, really heavy, but very elegant in their appearance. They also put the notes on the bottom of the box. I love that. So this one has Artemisia, fig leaves, vetiver. Sometimes vetiver comes off a little too earthy, grassy. To me, sometimes has that grass clippings type of a feel. This vetiver does not have that. Very smooth. This shares some qualities with the other private line from Dolce & Gabbana that I've smelled where they all are, well, velvety smooth. And I think that's probably part of where the name comes from. A whole lot more of like a smooth fig note out of this. Just a little tiny bit of some earthy vetiver in the background, but it's definitely not dominating the fragrance. Whew, man, that's nice. For those of you who really like a smoky, earthy, grassy, heavy vetiver, this isn't that fragrance. This is just a whole lot smoother, easygoing, a little bit sweet, and you definitely pick up on a lot of that fig. Man, I'd give that probably like a 7.9 out of 10. That's pretty nice, and I feel like it's gonna grow on me. Next up, Velvet Black Patchouli. Now, once again, patchouli is another one of those notes that it's in a lot of fragrances, but I don't know that I've tried a whole lot of purely patchouli heavy scents. Patchouli can be really earthy, heavy, dark, dirt-like. Beautiful bottle, beautiful presentation. This one's a little bit kind of black, translucent. Now this one has notes of cistus, Tarocco orange, patchouli. This may be the one where I get burnt. Nope, not today. Oh, that's nice. It kind of reminds me of something, but done better. Oh, wow. It's a little bit sweet in the opening. It's probably that orange. And cistus, from my understanding, is kind of like ladanum or like rock rose resin. You know, this one leans into being like a little bit more of a masculine sweet scent as that orange kind of blends in with the resins of the cistus. And that patchouli comes off with a little bit of like a smoky essence, but certainly not like a heavy smoke or a real heavy incense style of scent. Now this is definitely more masculine leaning. This is definitely that kind of colder weather leaning, but still at the same time, it shares a little bit of that velvety smooth quality, just like the vetiver had. The last one was a 7.9. This is like an 8.2. This one, whew, this one is good. Well, I'll tell you what, if the vetiver's good, the patchouli is great. Neither one of these are blind buy safe, especially at their price point, and no fragrances for everybody. Certainly try before you buy, but for some of you out there that like these kind of heavy, colder weather, masculine scents that just have a lot of substance to them, but still a little bit sweet and wearable, this Velvet Black Patchouli, this is nice. It's like 102 degrees out right now. This isn't nice right now, but in a few months, it's gonna be really nice. $710 worth of blind buys. Today, I'll take the W. Till next time, save money, smell better.